Hi class, I wanted to go over how to look at an assignment prompt and review the rubric for a major essay assignment. And the rhetorical analysis is our first major essay, so here it is. So always pay attention to things like the due date, and that will be posted shortly for you. How many points are available for the assignment, how you will submit it, and the types of files that are accepted. That's especially important. If you want to send me your essay, it needs to be a Word document or PDF file with these extensions. When an assignment is available for you to submit your work, you'll have the Submit Assignment button up here, and it'll give you an option to choose a file from your desktop and submit the assignment. For each of your essays, there's going to be a prompt saved as a Word document attached to the assignment. So here, I'm going to click on the preview icon. You can also download the Word version if you prefer. And here it is. So this is basically a synthesized version of what we're going to do to prepare for the rhetorical analysis and what I want for the final draft. So the essay is going to be a 1,000-word essay between 3 and 5 pages, analyzing an article from inquiry. I recap the definitions for the 3 rhetorical appeals: pathos, ethos, and logos. I also give you some questions to keep in mind. And then I give you a basic outline of what we're going to be doing to prepare. I do want to note that on a couple of places I write in class here, we don't meet face-to-face, so usually that'll be a discussion board for you. I have the articles that are approved up here for you: Rhetorical and Lowen. We'll have some activities leading up to the drafting stage. You'll have a choice of either submitting a full sentence outline or a partial draft for the rough draft. We'll have a peer review via discussion board. You'll post a revision plan, and then the final draft. I also add a little outline here of the order of the material. So be sure to take some time to read through that. If you have any questions, let me know. And then here is the rubric. So the rubric repeats some information from the syllabus at the top, the 50% rule. If an essay is gradable or not. If it doesn't meet the 50% rule, it's an automatic 0, and I send it basically back to you, letting you know it's not going to be graded, or it's just going to receive a 0. If it's gradable, I'll click this box here, the 10-point box, and I'll move on. If it's ungradable, I'll mark this, and I'll send you an email with next steps. Completion and timeliness, I repeat that verbiage from the syllabus here. Make sure your essays are in on time and they are complete. If you are 30-40% short on the essay, please note that I'm not deducting just 20 points, but that's going to affect other areas too. If you're missing a conclusion, for example, you've already missed out on a lot of these points here. Or if you are falling very short in the body paragraphs, that'll affect things like content and organization. So when we get to the actual essay, things like the introduction and conclusion, thesis, content, organization, those are the things that matter the most to me. And you can see here content and organization are weighted the highest. And I have headings for each one. So if you get a 10 out of 10 on the thesis, that means it was exemplary, it was sophisticated, it went above and beyond what I expected. You are well on the right track. An 8 out of 10 means that you did a really good job and you hit all of the basic points that I was looking for. It's a good thesis. It's right in that A-B range. Clear means that maybe it was missing just a little bit. It's clear it was your thesis. It gives me a clear idea of what the essay is about. Sufficient, you have a thesis statement, but it needs some heavy revision. Attempted, you tried, but maybe you need some help with thesis statements. This is an area that maybe you should reach out for help on. And insufficient, typically there is no thesis. And for each area there's a description. Essentially, exemplary means that you went above and beyond. It's a step above. It's going to be an A++. Whereas completed means that you're right on that A-B line, you're where you should be, and you're doing things right, so you're just going to need to work on pushing the limits just a little bit. So if you have questions on that, let me know. MLA is worth 10 points on this essay. If you get 10 out of 10 here, there are no MLA errors. It's perfect, you've mastered it. 8 out of 10, there might be 1 or 2 errors. The same applies for grammar, sentence structure, clarity, and POV. 10 out of 10, you've used third person consistently. There are no errors in grammar. It's worded well, the sentences are interesting, they're not repetitive. It basically shows that you put the essay through the ringer, and you went above and beyond to make sure it was perfect when you submitted it. So if you have any questions on the rubric or what any of this means, let me know, and I'd be happy to discuss further.